Hey yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Wilson. You are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio. And guess what? I'm coming back with the Supporting Local Artists podcast, man, so I can bring the Wilson Block Magazine archive straight to your eardrum, you know what I mean? And then also, you'll be able to access and read the Wilson Block Magazine because it is a digital publication. You'll be able to read the magazine by accessing it on these videos, podcast videos on YouTube. And without further ado, man, we're going to pick it back up. However, I'm not going to pick it up exactly where I left off, because if I did that, I'd have to go all the way back to like August 2018, okay? And that's a lot of content. That's like a few hundred articles, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and skip some of those. And maybe I might do it later, but y'all know what it is. The Wilson Block Magazine. Check out the archive, okay? But we're going to go ahead and talk about 10 topics in the Wilson Block Magazine. Now, we're starting off in January 2019, okay, this year, okay? And first off, we got Graduation album review by Ockley, you know what I'm saying? And it was written by John 2 Randall. And, I'm not going to give you the whole review, but I'm going to give you the first paragraph from the review. In this new era, it feels as if there's no solid boundaries anymore. In many aspects, that could be a good thing. At the same time, it can leave the landscape feeling rather confusing. In music, for instance, our entire generation has come up hearing certain genres and recognizing them right away, whereas now, the artists are willing to experiment with their sound. As a result, many acts we consider rap actually sound like a fusion of 70s rock, soul, and pieces of neo-soul. While risky, it does open the doors for something new, but it begs the question, what defines R&B these days? And you got to go on and continue to read that, man, because John 2 Randall really goes in and he really expands on that album, okay, by Ockley, The Graduation. If I'm not mistaken, that's his debut album, okay, and y'all know who Ockley is, man. Y'all can check out his formal artist introduction. Okay, just search his name. And holding down Lusaka, Zambia. You know what I'm saying? And, we international with it, man. We got artists all over the place, man. Even in Africa, okay? The motherland. Big shout out, you know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? We're going to go ahead and move forward. Next, we got Beautiful Struggle, the song by Tony Moxberg, Styles P, and Jadakiss. Okay, now this has been out for a minute. Tony Moxberg, fresh off the Money, Power, and Respect tour, drops new banger featuring Styles P and Jadakiss off the Beautiful Struggle EP. Excuse me, I guess that's not the song, but yeah, the EP, okay? I guess that's like the title track, you know what I mean? We'll go ahead and check that out. The link will be in the description, you know what I'm saying? And we got the Diamond in the Mud album review, okay? It's the album by Mance and Makall, and the album review is written by no other than John 2 Randall, okay? And the first paragraph is this. When someone brings up Southern hip-hop, what immediately comes to mind? Beyond name recognition, what subject matters flash in your mind? Is it cars, jewelry, colorful clothes, and syrup-induced bars that sound like run-on sentences? Or is it a unique sound that finds a way to hit the very essence of your soul while the rapper's lyrics paint a picture of life in this region? Okay, and again, John 2 Randall really writes a great review on this album. Me personally, I like the album Diamond in the Mud by Mance and Makall, man. It's a classic album. And like I said, man, I love it when I come across local music, okay, that I really like, that I really become a fan of, you know what I mean? And I want to encourage y'all to not only read the review, but listen to the album, okay? You can check it out on all the major platforms that's out there right now, okay? And then moving forward, next we got Watch the Triborough music video by Innocent and Nutso featuring Ricky Batts and Cortez, okay? And, we got that lace for you right up here on the Wilson block. Triborough is an awesome lyrical collaboration of Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx, featuring Ricky Batts, Nutso, Cortez, and Innocent, delivering incredible bars over the intense stabs and dramatic drums of Stand the Man. This is the second single released off of the long-awaited Borough to Borough project from Innocent and Nutso, fully produced by Stand the Man. okay? And the link is in the description. Make sure you check that out and support your local artists, okay? Moving forward, next up, we got Surf's Up, song by Grand Opus, okay? And, written and performed by Jock Scholar and Sky Zoo, okay? Produced by Centric. And Jock Scholar also did the artwork. But Grand Opus, the Fresno, Oakland, California duo, continue riding the 2018 high power wave into 2019 with the fourth release from their sophomore album, Surf's Up. It's an absolute bar fest featuring an assist from one of the most consistent, hard-working lyricists you'll find anywhere, Brooklynite Sky Zoo. If you didn't hear High Power on December 7th, it's available now via iTunes. 46 minutes of uninterrupted, true school hip-hop, which includes collaborations with Sky Zoo, Buckshot, Prolific, and others, okay? And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out Grand Opus, you know what I'm saying? Grace to cover issue 85. We're going to get to that in a minute, though, okay? And next we got Stream and Purchase, 25 Nights for New Jobbies, instrumental hip-hop album by Taku, okay? And we got a beat album here, a beat a night for 25 nights in dedication to Seba June. His music was so full of emotion and beauty. Rest in peace. Teaming up with Jakarta Records on the 823 joint label venture, Taku is sharing his now classic 25 Nights for New Jobbies project as a digital vinyl release alongside two completely new bonus tracks, both featuring Toronto-based producer Matt McWaters, and for the first time as an official release. And this was released December 21st, 2018. And we got that right up on the Wilson block for you, man. So support your local artists, man. Stop playing. Okay. Moving forward, we got Stream and Purchase, Baker's Dozen, instrumental hip-hop album by Suff Daddy. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first heard the name, I'm like, Suff Daddy, man. Who does this guy think he is? You know what I mean? But, hey, man, he fit the criteria, man. He had a full-length album. Okay. He had a nice cover for his work, and it just, we put it in there. And, this is what it says. When I finished school in 1999, I didn't really know what to do with my life. I had just bought my first computer and was killing time by playing games and smoking weed. One day, an old friend came by and brought a cracked version of Sonic Foundry Acid. He said, "You can make music with this software." Of course, back then I didn't realize it, but this was a life-changing moment for me. I used this music program for many, many years, 17 years to be exact. It became the tool that enabled me to express myself creatively and to do what I love the most, making beats. Okay, now make sure y'all check out Baker's Dozen. Okay, it actually comes with 13 cuts for you, or it's 12 with the intro, okay? Because Suff Daddy was gracious enough to put that on, sprinkle that on top. And this was released December 14th, 2018. And that's what it is, man. Check it out. The link's in the description. And we are moving forward, okay? And we got Divino is remaking Boom Bap according to his own surrealistic vision, okay? And we pulled this off of Bandcamp. Hip-hop is in a time of transition. The music and culture as a whole are divided, and the schism isn't just between the new generation and the old one. There's also a divide among the youth. Trap may be ruling the charts, but a small, vehement contingent are valiantly upholding the traditions of the genre's golden era. Boom bap strongholds like New York, Philadelphia, and Boston have reinvigorated scenes and a produced wealth of captivating new artists, with the latter in particular experiencing something of a renaissance. Okay, and there's a full article and interview by Jordan Commandor, and go ahead and check that out, man. He had a good way of breaking that down, okay? Got me all up in the tongue twister, you know what I mean? But it's all good. We moving forward. We got Stream and Purchase, Vacant, EP by Amaka Queenette, okay? Excuse me if I get that wrong. But it was released August 11th, 2018. Production and music by Joshua Stanberry and written by Amaka Queenette, okay? And, it's just a quick EP with 4 cuts on it. Go ahead and check her out. We got her on up in the Wilson block, okay? And then we got the Wilson Block magazine, issue 85, okay? And it features an exclusive interview with Grand Opus as they talk streaming, musical influences, and the state of hip-hop, okay? You also got a lot of the content that we just discussed in this episode of supporting local artists. Everything that we just talked about essentially is in issue 85. So make sure y'all download issue 85, wrap it all up, you know what I'm saying? And support your local artists, man, because that's what it's about. It's your boy, Mr. Wilson. I want to thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of supporting local artists. Because if you're listening to this, then you're supporting local artists, man. You know what I'm saying? And without further ado, I'm about to get ready for another episode of this. So thank y'all for tuning in to episode, 15. And until next time, I'm out.